My name is Jessica, and I'm about to tell you about the day my family decided I was worthless. The day they looked me in the face and told me I didn't belong. But here's where it gets interesting. Because I had something they didn't expect. Evidence. Documented. Undeniable. And when I showed them what I knew, everything they'd built fell apart. Stay until the end because this isn't just a story about betrayal. It's a story about accountability. So let me set the scene. It's Thanksgiving. The one day a year when families are supposed to come together and be grateful for each other. My family had other plans. They had a plan, an actual plan, to humiliate me in front of everyone we know. I didn't see it coming. How could I? I was the girl who helped, the girl who showed up, the girl who made things work when everything fell apart. I was the backbone of this family, and I didn't even know I was being set up. The week before Thanksgiving, my older sister Nicole called me, which was weird because Nicole never calls me. We text, we leave notes, we avoid deep conversations at all costs, but this day she calls and her voice is sweet, too sweet. "Hey, Jessica," she says, "just checking if you're still coming to Thanksgiving." "Yeah," I tell her. "Why?" "Oh, just wondering. There might be some family business we talk about that day. Just wanted to make sure you'd be there." Family business. That phrase should have sent alarms off. But I was stupid. I thought maybe we were talking about selling my parents' old beach house or something normal, something reasonable. I show up to my parents' house on Thursday carrying a case of good wine and a side dish. The house already smells like my mom's famous turkey and stuffing. Everyone's there. My dad watching football. My mom in the kitchen. My younger brother Tyler setting the table like he does every year. And Nicole sitting on the couch with this look on her face. Like a cat that knows where the mouse is hiding. We eat, we talk. My uncle tells the same fishing story he tells every year. My aunt complains about her job. Everything seems normal. And then, as we're finishing the main course, Nicole stands up. She doesn't ask for permission. She doesn't announce that she has something to say. She just stands up and the whole table gets quiet. "I want to talk about something that's been bothering all of us," she says. And then she makes eye contact with my parents, with my brother, with everyone. "We've been carrying Jessica for too long," she continues. "And we've decided as a family that it's time to make a change." My heart starts beating faster. I don't know why, but I know something bad is coming. We took a vote last week, all of us, and we unanimously decided that, Jessica, you're not going to be part of this family anymore. Not officially, not emotionally, not in any way that matters. The room is silent. Then my dad nods, just NODS like he's agreeing with a restaurant menu. My mom looks at her plate. And Tyler, my own brother, he smiles. He actually smiles like he's just heard the punchline to a joke. I can't feel my face. That's the first thing I notice. I literally cannot feel my face. "We're done," Nicole says. "We're done with your attitude. We're done with your presence. We're done pretending we want you here." And then, and this is the part that will stay with me forever, my mother raises her water glass. "To fresh starts," she says. They toast. They actually raise their glasses, and they toast to me being gone from this family. The sound of glasses clinking together is the loudest sound I've ever heard. And I just sit there, not moving, not speaking, not reacting, because anything I do right now will be seen as proof of whatever they already decided I am. Then I start laughing, not real laughing, the kind of laugh that comes out when your brain doesn't know how to process what's happening. "Wow," I say, and my voice is calm, almost scary calm. "You guys actually did it. You actually rehearsed this, planned it, voted on it, like I'm some kind of problem you need to solve." "Don't be dramatic," Nicole says. "This is for the best." "For the best," I repeat. "Nicole, let me ask you something. Who paid for your car when the transmission went out? Who was that?" She doesn't answer. "Who gave you $15,000 for your wedding when your fiancé's family couldn't help? Who was that, Nicole?" Still nothing. "Who paid for your salon to open? Who spent $50,000 making sure you had the opportunity to be successful? Who did that?" My mom shifts in her seat. My dad takes a long sip of beer. I did, I say. I did all of that. And the moment I asked you guys for anything, the moment I needed help with my own life, what happened? Radio silence, criticism, jokes about how I was selfish for wanting something for myself. Jessica, we've been through this, my mom says. We appreciate what you've done, but... But what? I stand up now, and I'm not angry, not yet, I'm cold. But you decided today that I'm not family, that I don't deserve to be here. I reach into my jacket pocket, and I pull out my phone. Everyone at the table tenses up. They know what's coming, some part of them KNOWS. I kept records, I say. Everything, every transfer, every text, every conversation where you asked me for money, every promise to pay me back that never happened. I open my photos and I start reading, out loud, for everyone. October 2021. Nicole, $15,000, wedding expenses, never repaid. December 2021. Mom, $8,000, car repairs, never repaid. March 2022. Nicole, $52,000, salon startup, never repaid. June 2022. Dad, $6,500, business venture that failed, never repaid. September 2022. Tyler, $4,200, moving expenses, never repaid. I keep going, and with each number, Nicole's face gets paler. In total, I say, I have given this family $189,000 over the last 5 years. $189,000. And not once did anyone ever follow through on their promises. Not once. My uncle shifts uncomfortably. My aunt looks away. But wait, I say. There's more, because I didn't just keep financial records, I kept everything. I pull up screenshots of text messages. There's one from Nicole that says, Jessica's so desperate to be needed. She'll pay for anything if we just ask. Another from my mom saying, thank God Jessica makes good money. Our problems are solved. And then the worst one. A group chat between my parents and Nicole. Tyler's in there too. They're literally planning this. The Thanksgiving ambush, the vote, the humiliation. My dad says in the chat, once we tell her she's not part of the family, she won't expect anything from us anymore. We can finally stop supporting her emotional needs. My dad, my father, talking about me like I'm a problem to be SOLVED. You planned this, I say, not a question, a statement. You planned to humiliate me in front of everyone we know. You planned to cut me off. But you didn't plan for me to have evidence of everything you've done. Nicole's hands are SHAKNG. That's private, she says weakly. You had no right. No right? I cut her off. You had no right to ask me for money while calling me desperate. You had no right to make promises you never kept. You had no right to talk about me like I'm some kind of ATM you're trying to get rid of. I pull up one more document. This one is legal. I've already met with a lawyer, I say. I've changed my will, removed all of you as beneficiaries, updated my power of attorney. None of you have access to my accounts. None of you are my emergency contact. As far as the law is concerned, you don't exist to me anymore. My mom's face goes white. You're being cruel, she says. I'm being honest, I tell her. You wanted the truth. Here it is. You used me. You manipulated me. You made me feel like I was supposed to sacrifice everything for this family. And the one time I asked for something in return, you took a vote and decided I wasn't worth keeping. I stand up, I grab my coat, and I walk toward the door. Jessica, wait, my dad says. His voice sounds broken. But I don't wait. I don't look back. I just walk out that door into the cold November night, and I leave them sitting at a table full of food and full of lies. The drive away from that house takes forever. I don't go home. I drive to the lake, the place where my dad taught me to fish when I was a kid. I sit by the water for HOURS. And I don't cry, I don't scream. I just sit there and feel nothing. That's when I know it's real. The anger comes later. But in that moment, sitting by the lake, I feel nothing because there's nothing left to feel. They took it all. When I finally get home, I do 3 things. I change my passwords, I freeze my credit, I block everyone's number. Then I turn off my phone, not on silent, off. and I sleep better than I have in years. The next morning, my phone is FLOODED. Messages from my mom, calls from Nicole, texts from Tyler saying, "I didn't vote for this, sis," which is a lie because he was literally in the group chat planning it. I read them all, and then I block them, every single one. By afternoon, my aunt is calling from a different number. By evening, my cousin is texting from her phone. They're trying to get around my blocks, trying to reach me. But I'm unreachable now. I'm gone. I take time off work. I spend 2 weeks just living, not for anyone else, for me. I redecorate my apartment. I hang out with friends who actually like me. I go to the gym. I see a therapist. I start living. And something magical happens. I realize I don't miss them, not one bit. I thought I would. I thought I'd spend nights wondering if I was too harsh, if I made a mistake, but I don't. I feel liberated. Weeks pass, then a month, then 2 months. Christmas comes and I ignore all of it. No tree, no stockings, just me, peace and quiet. Then January, a letter shows up at my door, handwritten from my mom. It says, "We made a mistake, we didn't mean it. Can you please come home?" No apology, no acknowledgement of what they did, no understanding. Just come home like I'm the one who caused the problem. I throw the letter away. Then texts start coming in with different angles. My dad saying his health isn't good. My mom saying she's worried about me. Nicole finally admitting she lied about me in the group chat, but then immediately following up with, "But you're partly to blame for making us feel dependent on you." Partly to blame. That's when I know they're never going to get it. They're never going to understand that what they did was wrong. They're just going to keep trying to manipulate me into coming back. So I don't respond. I don't negotiate. I don't engage. Instead, I do something productive. I use all that time and emotional energy to build my actual life. I get promoted at work. I buy a condo. I take a trip to Europe alone. I make new real friends, people who don't ask for money, people who actually check on me. 2 months later, I get a call from Tyler. He's using a different number. He tells me everything. How Nicole's salon failed without my financial help. How my parents are behind on their mortgage and had to sell the lake house where my dad taught me to fish. How everyone is suffering because I'm not there fixing everything anymore. "They want you to come back," Tyler says. "Tyler, did you apologize to them?" I ask him. "What? Did you ever tell them that what they did was wrong? That they used me? Or are you still playing the victim in this story?" He doesn't answer. "That's what I thought," I say. "Tell them I'm doing great, tell them I'm happy, and tell them not to contact me again." I hang up the phone and I turn it off. Months pass. It's now summer, a year after Thanksgiving. I'm sitting on my own porch in my own house, drinking my own coffee, and I realize something. I don't think about them anymore. Not every day, not every week, barely ever. The anger is gone, the sadness is gone, what's left is just peace. I built a life where I'm not fixing anyone, where I'm not sacrificing everything, where I'm not the backbone keeping a broken structure from collapsing. And that life, it's beautiful. The truth is, your family doesn't have to be the people you share DNA with. Your family is the people who show up without expecting something in return. The people who celebrate your wins without jealousy. The people who ask if you need help instead of taking what you have. I finally have that now, and I'll never go back. So here's my message to you. If you're in a situation where you're giving and giving and giving, and all you get back is criticism and manipulation, it's time to stop. It's not selfish, it's survival. It's not cruel, it's necessary. And the best revenge, living well, living free, living on your terms. That's what I did. That's what you can do too. This is Iron Revenge, and I'll see you in the next story.